All right, welcome in. It is a Monday on the Daily Fix. Hey, Steve, this is our first Monday on the Daily Fix. We started
Woo!
on a Tuesday last week, the first one. So you're listening to history right here, to be honest with you. Daily Fix, Ron Hughley. There is Steve Serta in the little box. First thing I need you to do right now, just like every day, like and subscribe Foolish Club Media, because Daily Fix with Ron Hughley is presented by Foolish Club Media. Like and subscribe. If you don't, my kids won't eat. Make sure you do that. And Steve, if you can, as you can see, I got a fresh cut. So now you can stop uh, passive
Wonderful.
aggressively passive aggressively bullying me about my haircut. Okay, I got a haircut. Got in there Saturday. Feel good. Got the beard shaped up and everything. I'm looking. Got my sexy back. I'm about a 7.5 right now with the right outfit. So feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. We go three topics, three things on my mind, and we got a lot. Listen, I got to tell you, this ain't just going to be about sports or Chiefs. I coming up in a bit. I'm scared of something certain, and I don't know if anybody else is better to help me with this. Also, what is he doing? Why is he doing it again? I mean, he is the most popular athlete, maybe current athlete, possibly in America, and he's being weird again. But before we get there, Serta, I am trying. Uh, and I won't let him do this to me. I refuse to allow Xavier Worthy to get me excited. I've watched him multiple times in practice try to do me in, but as I see today, right? Hey man, we see explosive stuff from him that will at some point we will have to dive in deep for 2 minutes on that play where Patrick Mahomes just rolls right out and he goes across the body down the middle. Oh, you ain't gonna just show it to me. Why, you son of a sir? Oh my God, look at that. Oh, y'all watching it too? Ah, ah, ah. Oh my goodness.
It's been a minute.
I'm telling you, man, that made me want to go and shave my armpits. I'm telling you, like I'm a swimmer getting ready for the Olympics or something. But listen, I refuse to allow him. They had a couple of hookups that we got to see in practice, and the speed and everything is real. But guess what? Sort of before we get on here, we see he ain't practicing today. Now he can't go multiple days. Right. Is this an illness? Is that what this is?
Yes, it was excused because of an illness. So it doesn't sound like it's re-injury or anything.
Let's hope not. I'm just saying, like, that to me is probably the number one concern for me with Xavier Worthy, and how he can handle the physical part of the game, which I think is something that kind of pairs with that. Is how long is that man going to be on the field? Because is he going to be a damn tease? Is he going to be a tease of what he is possible to do and what he can do? And they'll show us 1 week, and then bam, he got to go out. Like that's the big thing. So I'm not going to let him push me to the edge, because this weekend, Serta, after watching a couple of those hookups and then that last one that you just showed the people, whoo, Xavier Worthy can get me now. That, like, we ain't seen that type of potential in a minute, but now he can stop. There's no reason for you to do this. Now you just having fun in your little box. I'm just saying, like, I gotta temper my hopes and my excitement with Xavier Worthy, because Steve, we've seen guys his size before. He seems like the type of guy that you could see in and out of the lineup. Like, he seems like he may be the guy sort of down the line where, like, hey, can we get 13, 14 games out of him and then be ready in the playoffs? Because it just seems like that might be an issue for him.
Yeah, I mean, size was always going to be a concern with him, but size is an issue with Hollywood Brown too. So as long as they have one of them on the field, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, just size, hamstrings, whatever. Because any lower leg injury, that completely takes his game out the window. All right, the guy that's the most dependable on this team, in terms of the skill position guys, and Pat's favorite is Travis Kelce. But he has decided to do this again. He's decided to come in as this El Travador character that he is, that this side alter ego that he is decided to be, and it looks worse than last year. I don't know what he's trying to prove, Steve. I don't know.
Great.
No, shut up. No, stop it. Don't tell me you enjoy the look, Steve. It's only because you have an issue with growing hair anywhere on your face that maybe you're jealous of
It's
this.
true.
Like I honestly thought with his popularity that it may take off and others may try to be and say we're going to be 8'7" El Travador, but nobody likes it. No, there aren't any people taking photos in Chiefs Kingdom trying to be El Travador. He just looks ridiculous. Like I would love to ask Taylor how she feels about this. Yeah, I would love to ask Taylor how she feels about this El Travador garbage because I mean it's utterly ridiculous.
Maybe she loves it. Maybe that's why he brought it back again this year.
No, she doesn't like.
Maybe that was last year, early season when they had this budding romance. Maybe it was the stash.
You think that's when it kicked
over the top?
You think that's what kicked it off? You remember when me, you, and Vern and we were doing? Well, you couldn't participate because you can't grow facial hair, but we were doing just the stash thing. Courtney refused to kiss me. She refused, let alone other stuff. She refused to kiss me during the time until she said, "Until you shave it off, I'm not going to kiss you." So, I don't think she liked this. I promise you, it's a little creepy. I promise you, Serta, there were moments forever where I was like, how in the hell did him and Jason Kelce grow up in the same house? I don't even understand how these two seem like polar opposites. The older he gets, the more he does El Travador stuff. Now you can see how him and Jason, this is the Jason Kelce maneuver.
This is good. I think it looks good. Look how happy he looks in this picture.
Shut up. He's just happy because of he's got a solid life going on right now, and he can go and just do stuff like this, and it doesn't matter. I'm just not a fan, and I don't think people are. Finally, and I want to get here, Serta, and you may help me out. The best show that I have watched the last, I'd say since Atlanta came out, has been The Bear. The Bear has been.
It was amazing.
Amazing. I was up to 1 o'clock in the morning, and listen, I guess spoiler alert. I was up to 1 o'clock in the morning last year watching one of the Jamie Lee Curtis scenes where she drove that car through the house, and I sat in silence the way George Brett was telling us not to with the hemorrhoid things. Don't suffer, and so I just sat in silence for 15 minutes to just kind of recover from that episode. And I am excited because season 3 is out, Steve. But I am officially scared to watch it. I have gone to Hulu multiple times and act like I was going to start it. I have not heard one person that wasn't disappointed. And I'm talking just from people that I talk to, from people that do write-ups about it. I have not heard it. My father-in-law, I have not heard anybody say that they weren't disappointed. I'm scared to watch it, Steve.
Do you know anybody that watches as much as I do, that knows as much about these things as I do, that follows things as closely as I do? The Bear season 3 was totally fine. Everybody just needs to know.
No, you're doing it. No, you're saying fine.
They shot season 3 and 4 back to back because everybody on the show is becoming these high in demand stars now, and their schedules are getting really busy because they're all becoming extremely famous because the show is so good. And so season 3 and season 4 are kind of a pair. They're shot together basically as one long story. And that's not the greatest way to release a show, but it is what it is.
So clearly, Serta, you're disappointed. Are you disappointed in season 3 from the previous seasons? Is it clearly?
I thought it was good. It wasn't as good as season 2, but season 2 was some of the best television that was on last year.
This isn't like season 2 of The Wire, is it? Because that almost took me out of the show. Season 2 of The Wire, I
think that season 3 wasn't quite as good as season 2, but season 3 still had some excellent moments, and it's still an excellent television show, and I'm very excited for the next season.
So if season 2 is a 10, what's season 3? Because the gist I get from people is it's a 4.
No, it's like a 7.5 or 8. It's still extremely good. It's just people, and this used to be how television was. This now in this binging streaming era, everybody thinks that there's got to be finality to everything. Every question's got to get answered. Every storyline's got to be resolved. And we used to just live life like that, where seasons would end on a cliffhanger and you'd be annoyed about it, but you had to just wait until the next season came out and to keep watching and find out what happened. And that's what the Bears doing. Everything didn't get resolved in season 3, and I'm sure in season 4 they will work on it.
Yeah, but if you have a standard and you've set a standard through first 2 seasons, I like for you to hold up. What's the soccer show with Jason Sudeikis?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. They lived up every single season to the standard they set. Now, they only had 4 of them, but they lived up to it. You got to live up to that thing. You're the first person I've heard that isn't disappointing. Hi, Mom.
It was good. It was
Hi, Mom.
I enjoyed it. It was totally fun.
And Courtney.